Chip LaCasse made UVM into the powerhouse of college skiing that it is today. Raised in Lebanon, New Hampshire, Chip went west. He was at the University of Colorado under Bob Beatty.
Bob was tough. I wasn't used to someone that was just so demanding and so tough. So when I went to the University of Colorado, it was a cultural shock. It was and probably the truth is, it's what I needed. Was someone who was a taskmaster, and he was with everyone. I don't care if you were we had Bill Moreau, Billy Kidd, Buddy Werner, Spider Savage. We basically the entire Olympic team, and he was the Olympic coach.
While getting his master's in physical education at CU, Chip worked as an assistant coach for Bob Beatty.
He was very important for my coaching technique because I didn't believe it to be that tough, but I believed that I was more open, and listened to kids, and believed that you couldn't use a cookie cutter to train everybody the same. You need to look at at what their strengths are and weaknesses, and work on their weaknesses and work on their strengths. So our program was probably, in my coaching technique, if I could say, I guess it was more flexible.
Returning east in 1969, Chip began coaching at Lebanon High School. But by 1970, he had joined Denny Lambert at UVM.
I came on as Denny's assistant, and we went all over the East, and basically we were having a tough time getting people to come to Vermont. They were going to the University of Colorado, Denver University. They were leaving the East and going out there. Probably the most significant person that we recruited, and we didn't recruit, it was Bobby Cochran, who at the time was the #1 skier in the United States. We called up Mickey, and he said, we'd like to talk to Bobby. He said, I don't know why, because he's going to come to UVM. So what that did is it gave us almost instant credibility that one of the best skier in the country is coming to Vermont. So that brought other people, even though Bobby didn't ski for us. So he only skied in one race, the whole time he was here. He was really skiing on the U.S. circuit, and competing, which was at that time the World Cup. Stan Dunkley was the key, bringing him here. Other cross-country skiers, started to come. And then they started making Olympic teams, and again the credibility of the program rose. And that's really how the University of Vermont ski program developed.
When jumping was dropped by the NCAA, cross-country became even more important, and the program centered at traps. Alpine skiing also gravitated towards Stowe. The
key for us was we really developed a strong relationship with Stowe in Mount Mansfield. We started hosting NCAA championships, up at Stowe. But they were really, really good at giving us facilities to train on and our own trails. So that relationship really worked good. So Sepp Rush was a kind of a key to bring that in. Then Peter's son after that. Here's the thing about skiing or any sport. #1, you have to be in the best possible shape. That you don't want to go out there and have someone beat you because they're physically stronger than you, or they can run faster than you and stuff. But you've got to be as strong as you can possibly be. That's #1. And #2 is the mental part. Is that and I've had problems with kids that should be on the Olympic team. Is that they put the number on in practice, they can beat anybody, put the number on, and they tense up and put too much pressure on themselves. So, I believe in sports psychology, and I think that's almost the most important thing in coaching a team or individuals, is to make sure that they believe they can win. If they believe they can win, they can win.
If you don't have a good mental environment, then you might as well not even show up. And that's what Chip really understood. I mean, he was really, really good as a coach that way.
Asked by Bill Moreau to help out with the U.S. ski team, Chip regularly flew out to Park City. And since Bill retired, Chip has continued to help out with the U.S. ski team under Tiger Shaw.
It's been fun working with Tiger. I think the U.S. ski team is going to be in great hands. He's doing a fine job, and you got to give Bill a lot of credit because he took a program right from the ashes and brought it to the best in the world. One of the things that we're really proud of that Bill and I did, I think together with some other people, is that we built copper. as a U.S. ski team training facility, as well as helping, these kids get through school. We help support kids to go to the University of Vermont, Middlebury College, or Dartmouth. We're involved in doing that so that these kids are coming out, from the ski programs, our program, and getting an education.
All right, it's clear.
The UVM ski teams won 28 Eastern Championships in a row under Chip LaCasse, the longest conference winning streak in college sports. They won 6 national championships. 9 times they were runner-up. But for Chip LaCasse, it's always been his athletes that he cared about.
It's about the kids that made up the program, and I think that's the legacy. Honestly, it was fun. We probably had 1,000 kids go through that program. What matters would really be the kids, the skiers that I had, the relationship. So that's the legacy, I guess.
The Vermont Ski and Snowboard Museum welcomes Lloyd Chip LaCasse into the Vermont Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame.